That was the ice maker, not my wife. All right, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to start this wine kit. Do you remember we showed you the unboxing of this?
Mead.
But what did I say?
Wine. But that's okay, because we usually are making a lot of wine.
It really is called honey wine. For this instance, it's mead because it's made with honey. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to show you how to make this from beginning to end, all in one video. Wait till the end because you're going to see the taste of this. If you're new here, make sure you follow us on Instagram, right? What's that?
No. I'm sorry.
I think she's drinking the mead already.
HowToDoneRight.
Yeah, and you'll see behind the scenes of different things on this channel.
I'm so happy it hurt when they walked out the door. Happy they left my heart broke on the floor. Happy I don't have to fight anymore.
You can't make mead without drinking mead. This is my blueberry mead that I made a little while ago. So we're gonna taste it. Believe it or not, I've never tasted my blueberry mead. So what a great time to do a tasting, and you gotta have one of these, a horn. Now, if you followed this channel, you know this mead that I made won an award. Again, let's see if this kit is gonna compare to this. I hope you watched part one of this where we did the unboxing. Remember that?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't. She wasn't here. But anyway, we got this kit sent to us. Make sure you're watching that first video. It comes with all this supplies. I just want to show you how easy it is to make. Taste this, honey. Let's see if she's gonna like it. This is, like I said, that mead. We made this. It's 1.5 to 2 years old. This is that blueberry mead. Do you remember making that?
That's not very easy to drink out of. It actually doesn't taste bad.
It's good, isn't it?
I was scared it was going to taste like beer. It doesn't taste like beer.
No, not at all. I'm going to show you how easy this kit is because my wife is going to do everything.
I'm very nervous about this. It says if I do it wrong, it could create a geyser of foam.
Awesome. Better slow down.
Oh.
All right, you ready, honey? Those instructions are pretty easy to read, right?
They are.
It goes like from all the supplies, which we showed you in part one, but let's just get to where it says day one. What's the first step?
Okay. Sanitize the carboy, stopper, airlock, and funnel. They give you the sanitizer too, which is nice. Okay, one step, no rinse sanitizer. We have a 2-gallon bucket, so we're going to fill the bucket halfway because it says to use half a packet to 1 gallon. So that's what we're going to do here.
Now, we're not going to use the spring water because if you have poor water quality, you can use spring water. We got great tap water, and I'm a firm believer you need the minerals in tap water to make good wine or mead.
So the first thing it says, we're going to pour a half a gallon of water into the jug using the funnel.
All right.
So halfway, right?
Yep.
It says to add your honey to your half gallon of carboy, 1/3 at a time. So we're going to dump in the small container first. Man, that looks yummy.
Good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Do you want some mead?
No.
She's trying to cook.
I'm trying to concentrate. Look what I did.
I'm off screen.
Oh, no.
And don't make a mess. She's supposed to use the funnel like it said.
It didn't say use the funnel.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. It said use the funnel to put the water in. This would take forever. Half of it would be stuck in the funnel. Look how pretty that is. And make sure your hands are clean, obviously, because you'll be touching things. Mine are sanitized from using the sanitizer, and I didn't touch anything else. Let's put a little bit of this one in. Then we'll stir it up. Okay, so if we put 1/3 of the honey in, use your stopper, it says, to cover. And with a clean thumb, which mine is clean, hold it and swish the honey around so it gets mixed in. It says to do it until you see it dissolve.
We're making mead, honey. That looks pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
There we go. All right, on to the next step.
No, we have to put in the other honey 1/3 at a time.
See, I'd mess this up. She's the professional today.
Yeah, because I've written instructions.
And again, this kit is called Craft a Brew. It came with everything you need. You know, you might have to buy the honey. Like I said, you want to use local honey if you have it in your area, because that's the kind of mead you want to make. Something that's local to your area. They were kind enough to send me this honey.
Did they send us the honey too?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the bottles.
Does it come with the kit?
I think they have a separate kit for the honey.
That's nice.
But they want you to use your local honey. That's what the purpose of this is.
I gotta be honest, I really like this carboy they sent. It's getting heavy.
Oh, it's not full yet.
No, we'll put the rest of the honey. Whew, my arms are tired. It's like a workout. I guess maybe the funnel would make it a little less sticky. I'm a little sticky right now.
What step are we on here?
This is step 3.
Step 3 already. See how easy this is? A caveman can do it. Or my wife. I'll tell you one thing, it's looking like mead.
The honey is so pretty. Smells amazing.
Shaky, shaky. Can't get much easier than this. I think this makes like 8 of the like mead bottles. I'll show you those as we get to the bottling stage. But this is a perfect starter. What is wrong?
Happy.
Oh my God.
Can you shake it some?
This is your video.
Oh, God. It's like a workout. Okay, so we put in our honey 1/3 at a time. It says now you have must, a winemaker's term for unfermented wine. Step 4, before adding the rest of the spring water, add the entire packet of day 1 yeast nutrients, got that, to the carboy and shake to dissolve. The other packet of yeast nutrients will be used on day 2 and day 5 of fermentation. So that's that packet.
And that came in the kit, right?
Yeah, all of this was in the kit. So
Okay, let's do it. Add it.
okay. Oh, look, it even says it right on here. Add to carboy at step 4. That's kind of nice.
They thought of everything in this kit.
Well, just in case you forget which packet.
And the yeast nutrient, all that is for is to kickstart the yeast that we're going to put in this then. Does it say to shake it?
Yep. It says you have to
Right.
shake it and mix it in.
She's going to drop this thing. Remember when she broke that other carboy?
I'm glad I wasn't home for this.
Pop!
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Damn thing is a piece of crap.
Remember when you did that and tried to hide it? Okay, so what we decided to do to use the water to fill up the rest of the carboy, we wanted to get the rest of the honey out of there. So filled them up with water and shook them up to get the rest of the honey out of there. This is probably the point when I'm supposed to be using that funnel, isn't it, honey?
Probably.
Oh, man.
She's already deviated from the instructions.
It didn't say to use the funnel, but that's probably a good idea.
How far does it say to fill it up?
All the way, 1 gallon, to the 1 gallon line. So right here.
You see that?
To the 1 gallon mark. All right, right there, 1 gallon mark. And it actually says here to fill it just above the raised letters. So you can see those. I'm not quite there yet, a little bit more. In Todd's words, reduce your headspace.
I could say something, but I won't.
Put your stopper back on, cover the hole, and shake it for 1 full minute.
Oh my God, are you gonna make it?
I'm gonna try.
60, 59, 58, 57.
Okay, that's good enough. Honey, seriously, I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna drop it.
Gotta go 10 more seconds.
Oh my God, I'm not as strong as you are.
Oh, we know that. All right, what step are we on now?
Step 5, cut the Lavalin D47 yeast packet and add the entire contents to the carboy. Assemble and fill your airlock and insert it into the stopper. Do not press hard. Just sit it in there.
What a breeze.
Yeah, this is easy.
All right, here we go. We're adding the yeast. The whole pack, right?
Yep, it says put the entire packet in. And then it didn't say shake it. It just said to put the airlock on.
Okay, and
So we filled up the airlock.
there's the airlock. Make sure you're filling this up to the line there. There's a line there, fill line. Make sure you're getting it to that. That might have a little bit too much in there. Let me take some of that out.
Okay. So, and I know Todd knows this, and probably a lot of you know this, but me doing this for the first time, I don't know this. So it said prepare your airlock and fill it up. But this little cap here goes in upside down. I wouldn't have known to do that. And the fill line's there. And it says don't press hard, just sit it on top.
Is that it?
It says the last step for today, set the alarm for 24 hours, and then we'll add the next dose of yeast nutrients. Your mead needs to cool in a dark place for the next 30 days. So
we're gonna, and I think there was a temperature requirement too.
Between 63 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
And we're at 65 in this house today, so it's perfect.
Perfect.
So see you in what, 24?
24 hours.
See you tomorrow night. All right, what did you want to say about sanitation?
That's probably the one biggest reason that your wine will go bad, because you didn't sanitize everything properly.
That's right, because you're going to get unwanted bacteria in there, and that's the worst thing in the winemaking or mead making hobby.
I have learned that from you.
Sanitize.
Yeah. If you're fermenting at too warm a temperature, it will cause an unpleasant flavor and aroma.
There you go. Get the temperature right. Now, one thing this kit doesn't show you, and it doesn't include, is a hydrometer. So I'm just going to do this because I'm curious where this will come in at as far as ABV. So I'm going to take a reading. I'll take a picture of this, and we'll see what the final ABV is. Because I want to know if they thought about how much honey is in here, if it's going to be the perfect ABV when it's done. All right, so the ABV reading came out to a potential of 15%. What that means is if when we're done with this, if we get it down to a 1.00, number one, it's going to be very dry, but it'll be at a 15% ABV. All right, what step are we on, hun?
Day 2.
Your dump mic's not on.
Yes, it is. Day 2, step 7. I already read all this, but read it very carefully, I will say. I'm very nervous about this. It says if I do it wrong, it could create a geyser of foam.
Awesome.
Will not be awesome. Okay, it says swirl it slowly.
Why is it smoking?
It says it'll start to get foamy. And then to stop swirling it, we're degassing it. It says stop swirling it if the bubbles get too big, the foam gets too much.
How long are we doing this for?
2 minutes. I'm very nervous about the foaming in the geyser. Oh.
Now, if this was me, you better slow down.
Why?
I would use, we have a stir paddle. That's what I would do this. But we're following the directions as they stated. You better slow down.
Oh.
So we'll fast forward this part. But you do this for how long?
2 minutes, but it says take breaks and see how it's all coming up.
All right, we'll take a break.
You know what's funny? I can smell all of this coming out of here. This is easier actually than shaking it. How's it looking, do you think, from a distance?
All right.
Give it a good swirl.
Give us the geyser. I want to see the geyser on this channel. So what's the next step now?
You need to get, while we wait for that to go back down, your day 2 and day 5 yeast. You only use half of this because you have to use the rest, I guess, on day 5. That's why they call it day 2 and day 5. Okay, while this is going back down, we dumped in half of the 2 and 5 day yeast. You need to sprinkle a quarter of that yeast in very slowly. Sprinkle it into the carboy. It does say it's going to begin to foam. We can swirl it around till the foam dissipates, and then we need to add the rest of the yeast.
All right, that's it. We added all the yeast nutrient. So what are we waiting for here?
Before we put the airlock back on and wait for the 3 days, we need to let some of this foam subside, shake or swirl one time again vigorously, and then wait before we put the airlock on.
Make sure you're sanitizing. You can see we put sanitizer in a container, a squirt bottle, because that's what I like to use. When we put this airlock back in, we will sanitize this. So we'll just fast forward this part.
This thing better not start foaming up again. It looks like it is, doesn't it?
All right, that's it. We're going to put the airlock on and then come back, what, in 3 days?
3 full days.
3 full days. So we'll do that. We'll fast forward this until next time. 3 days. Fast forward. All right, it's been 3 days. What step are we on?
Well, it's degassing part 2. It's day 5.
Day 5.
Yeah.
Day 5 of this mead. And how's it smell? Does it smell like honey mead?
It smells, yeah, it smells good.
So what are you doing there?
It says we have to degas it again, so we need to repeat steps 7 through 9 that we did on day 2.
So you're degassing by swirling around for what, 2 minutes it says?
Yeah. So just like we did on day 2, repeat the steps. So we're going to add the rest of the yeast nutrient a little bit at a time.
And we're adding this yeast nutrient again because it's just going to keep your yeast healthy. I think it says now after we start adding this yeast, we will want to wait up to 25 days. And it says to swirl this every few days if you want. If you want to wait till day 20, that's fine too. But it says you've got to wait at least 10 days before bottling. The longer you let this sit, if you want to let this sit 45 days, the longer you let this mead set, the better it's going to be. I've aged mine for over, I think it's close to 2 years. So you're done swirling it, honey?
All done. Gonna put the airlock back on, make sure you're sanitizing.
And all the yeast nutrients in there, right?
Yes, it is. So this was day 5. There's an optional step, day 6. You can continue to degas it. and then throughout the next 25 days. So you can degas it. Todd says it makes it smoother. And then don't forget, make sure you're keeping it between 63 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit and keeping it in a dark place. We have a very bright home, so we like to cover it up with a towel. So we'll let that sit for 25 days, degassing every couple.
All right, we're back at the honey mead, right, honey?
Yep.
What step are we on?
Up to bottling.
Bottling, that's exactly right. And it looks like it's, how long has it been?
Oh, a few weeks at least.
60 days.
So bottling, it does say day 30 or beyond, which we went beyond. We did 60 days, that you can then bottle your mead. So remember, we saved a half a pack of the sanitizer. So we're going to use the other half of the pack of the sanitizer to sanitize all the bottles and the racking cane and all of our bottling supplies. And we're going to bottle it straight from the carboy. And they did give us the racking cane to put together. We're going to use ours since it's already ready. But they do provide one for you.
And make sure everything you see, we got links to this kit in the description and all our equipment. That way you might want to buy extra. So again, if you need any of this extra stuff, it's linked in the description. Now what we're going to do is we're going to rack it. My wife is going to rack this. Actually, she's going to use this.
I got it.
I also like to use a bottle tip when I'm doing a mead or wine. So this is not going to be a different, but they do give you all the beginner supplies. Some of this stuff will be extra, and you can just look for my links in Amazon and buy these if you're interested. It just makes your job much easier. So what we're going to do, she's going to put that down. We got our bottles down here. You got to make sure they're lower for the siphon to work. One thing you want to do at this point, you want to taste this to see. This recipe is going to produce a semi-dry mead. If you want to sweeten it up a little bit, they gave us everything to do it. I'm not going to do it because I tasted this and I like where it's at. So that's what we're going to do. Rack it as is, fill these bottles up until we get them all done. And you want to keep this tip away from the bottom of your jug. That is key here because we don't want any of this junk at the bottom.
Oh, it smells good. I can smell it.
There's one down.
It smells really good.
Now you can see that mead there. We got a little bit of wine in here, or mead I'll say, and it's okay to waste a little. It's because we don't want to get any of that sediment into our finished products.
Okay, we got 7 bottles out of our gallon of mead. So we're gonna get those sealed up.
All right, that's it. We did it. You made it.
With your help, a lot of your help.
The simple mead kit. This was, again, the mead kit from Crafter Brew. Links in the description if you want to try this. This is going to get better the longer you let this age. 2 years is probably good if you can get it to last that long. It's not going to last that long in here because I can't wait to try it. It is ready to drink if you want. We got a cup of ice because I like it chilled. You just saw it. It ain't chilled right now.
No.
But man, I will tell you one thing. It does smell good. You say you smell honey?
Yeah.
Interesting. So here we go. The taste test of my wife's mead from a kit.
I like it.
It's good. Is this as good as ours? Pretty much taste.
I think they're similar, very similar.
Yeah, they taste pretty much the same, to be honest with you. So you can do it from scratch if you watch my mead video. I'll put a link in the description. Or if you want to do it the easy way, the Mead Kit is the way to go. Make sure you
like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.
I'm so happy it hurt when they walked out the